Now, more of the KSFO Morning Show on Whistleblower Wednesday on Talk Radio 560 KSFO.
8:18 the time. Brad Sussman in for Brian. It's kind of one of those things that if you've ever done it in your life, it's pretty scary, and that is having to sell a house. Especially in the Bay Area, you hear all these conflicting stories. Well, everybody's leaving the Bay Area. Well, does that mean nobody's around to buy my house? Let's talk to a couple of the experts. Bob and Sandy Jameson from Toscana Properties are joining us right now on the line. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Bob, how are you this morning?
Nice to be on with you.
Listen, great to be on with you. Now, that's the thing. I mean, we're hearing all these stories of people leaving California, and I have friends that say, well, there's nobody around to buy my houses. Really, Bob, that's really not the case. Still a seller's market out there, right?
Yeah, in most markets it is. And we actually have over 4,000 buyers that we know about right now that are looking for homes.
Well, that's pretty amazing. How do you find those people? That's the big trick. I mean, you have people out there ready to buy.
Well, Brad, since 80% of home buyers actually start their search on the Internet, we do extensive advertising to not only advertise our listings, but also help buyers learn how they can buy, because it's quite expensive here. And we know how to help people buy for as little as $500 down.
No, that's incredible. And see, you both have combined 22 years in the business. It's not like your first time around this rodeo, so you can tell people the ways to do this. So definitely people, if they want to, are thinking about buying a home, this is the right time, correct?
Absolutely. This is a fantastic time to buy a house.
And how about the sellers? You know, again, people hear these stories. Everybody's leaving California. Oh, my gosh. They're going to say nobody's around to buy my houses. What would you tell people who are thinking of buying their houses, possibly thinking of relocating to another state? Could you give them a plan on the best way to do that?
Absolutely. So while we do see quite a few sellers who are leaving the state, we still have a housing shortage in the Bay Area. So the demand is still very, very strong. And for sellers who are planning to sell, there's still a lot of buyers out there who need homes. And you can see that every day when you look around and see all the homeless people out there, that we have a housing shortage, and we are not going to be able to solve that in the short term. So it's still an awesome time to sell a house, and it's a great time to buy, and the buyers are getting some amazing deals out there as well.
Now, you guys, as I said, 22 years combined experience, and you kind of do things differently with your marketing. I mean, you've really got a plan to get people, to get buyers hooked up with sellers and sellers hooked up with buyers, right?
Yeah, we do. We offer a lot of great programs, such as helping first-time home buyers actually buy their lease out so they can get into a home now. We have some good programs around low down payments. We also have a great program called the HELP program, which is the home enhancement listing program that for sellers that have family homes they've lived in for 40 years and probably need to be updated, we'll actually help manage the whole renovation process, including financing it for them, so they can get top dollar.
I mean, that is incredible, because I remember when I bought my first house, I really didn't know what the heck was going on. Thankfully, I ran into an experienced realtor who sounds like you and Sandy, you know, they help walk me through this. Okay, this is who you need to call. I've got a couple of mortgage people you need to talk to. Then you got to talk to this person. And then when the sale came through, well, we're going to set you up with the title company and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. It made it so much easier and made it, you know, less of a scary thing for me, because, again, I was a first-time home buyer. I had no idea what I was doing. But, again, the experience that you both bring to the table makes it easier for people, correct?
Right, and Brad, we're so confident about our services that there's really no risk with working with us, because we offer performance guarantees to our clients.
Performance guarantee, explain what that means.
So we have, for our buyers, we have love your home guaranteed or we'll buy it back. So that way, if something doesn't work out with that home, we'll help them get out of that home and get into another home. And for our sellers, we actually guarantee the sale of their home, because if they want to do that relocation out of state to be close to their family or get to a place where they feel more like in a community that they'd fit into, we'll guarantee the sale of their home too.
Wow! So you'll guarantee the sale of their home in case, you know, they can't sell. That, I tell you what, that takes a lot of the pressure off as well. Sandy, I know you're big into politics of fighting for property rights. President of the board of the Santa Clara County Association of Realtors, Executive Board of the California Association of Realtors, Realtor of the Year in 2017, Top 100 Women of Influence by the Silicon Valley Business Journal. you have your finger on the pulse of what's happening. What's going on down the South Bay?
Yeah, absolutely. So in this role, we do a huge amount of fighting for private property rights, and that's one of the main things we do on the board is advocate for homeownership, private property rights. Now, let me tell you about one particular hot issue right now that we're seeing, that we're dealing with down in the South Bay, and this has to do. So as you know, last time we were on, we talked about these proposed rent controls, just cause, and mandatory Section 8. Well, now that the governor has signed those into effect statewide, what we're seeing, for example, in San Jose, is the city council is now trying to propose a number of administrative citations. So if you are a homeowner, a property owner, property manager, or a landlord, you're definitely going to want to pay attention to this, because what the city of San Jose is proposing right now is over 40 different administrative citations that range from $500 to $10,000, and half of these are at the $10,000 level. And these are just absolutely unconscionable and punitive to property owners, and this is absolutely outrageous. So simple things such as forgetting or failing to give a notice to a tenant about their rights, a homeowner or property owner can get fined $10,000 just for failing to provide a disclosure or failing to register with the city under the rent registry. So these fines are absolutely just unconscionable, and the city council is debating these. This may be coming to the November 12th or the November 19th city council meeting. So if you are a property manager and you have property in San Jose, you are definitely going to want to try to get yourself out there to the city council and let your voice be heard, because this is unbelievable, and we cannot let them pass these outrageous fines against property owners.
That is just unbelievable. Bob and Sandy Jameson from Tuscana Properties on the line. Sandy, also in Morgan Hill, Berkeley, several other communities, they're banning natural gas in new homes, which I just find ridiculous. But, you know, this, after the whole blackout thing with PG&E, are people going to start to revolt against this? Say, what do you mean I can't have natural gas in my home? It's the only way I was able to do anything last time with the power being out.
Absolutely. I hope they do, because what we're seeing, there's over 50 cities across the state right now that are considering going all electric. And just recently, Morgan Hill, along with Berkeley, Menlo Park, San Mateo, San Jose, and several others in the Bay Area have already revised their REACH codes towards electrification, which means that new builds would have to go all electric. Now, if you were recently experienced that shutdown with PG&E, and you were not able to get hot water or cook on your stove, then you understand why that is nonsense, and why you would never, ever want to have a house that has one source of energy, and that source is not reliable. So I really hope that people stand up and revolt against this and let it be heard, because this is all about green energy and being environmentally friendly. But at the end of the day, if they can't keep the lights on and people can't cook and take hot showers, then what good is it? So we need to revolt against this, because there is a purpose for natural gas.
Absolutely love it. Bob and Sandy Jameson, Tuscana Properties. You're thinking of buying or selling a home. I could talk with hours about you, because I find this just fascinating, especially your approach, and I appreciate your time. You want to get a hold of these folks, 408-686-HOME, or visit sandyhasbuyers.com. Bob, Sandy, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Brad.
Talk Radio 560 KSFO.